NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
1st and 10 from the 41. Another carry for him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Throwing from the gun. Has it down close. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I...
Touchdown, Green Bay! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Williams from the gun. That's a catch. Jalen McMillan escapes a defender. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This one's caught. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Williams to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, go!
Here we go, right up the gut. And he gets in, touchdown! The Bears finish off their opening drive. Matthew Wright for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 32. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it'll be 1st down Packers. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to the air here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Blake Grupe on to attempt a field goal. This is a 48-yard look for him. Mickey kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Williams to throw on first. Dumps it off to his running back. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The give here on second. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They give it to him again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it 5 yards there. It's going to be 4th and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Target that time, Jaden Reed. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. It's a gain of only 1. Still 3 yards to go here on 4th down. They're going for this. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running this one left. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do.
Touchdown, Chicago! Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears take a 4-point lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Running back sent in motion. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Watson coming in motion right. From the 36. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back with a pick 6. Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears drive their lead to 11. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Come on, set.
He'll try left side out of the option. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. He'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. And that one's going to move the chain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing now on 1st down. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
On target to Musgrave. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's go. Hiking 18. 70 range. 70 range. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Brought down by Quay Walker. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Williams set to pass. Has the connection to Odunze. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Gronk, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Chased out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll run here from the gun. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. And they send a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Good return here of 19 yards. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. On first down, they'll run. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down by Quay Walker. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. Works his way to the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Right on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Tyreek Stevenson has it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop. Back-to-back runs, yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so